What I gain expressing myself creatively is an internal sense of satisfaction, and is fulfilling to me. It feels very it gives me life. It makes me feel more energized, and somehow it's like teeny tiny drops of processing situations or emotions, or gives me kind of like that adrenaline, or a way of like somehow letting out things that sometimes probably I won't be able to verbalize, but like through doing, I think it's like almost like a process of evolving. My name is Maria Sarmiento, and I am owner of Sarmiento Studio, and I am a full-time artist. My pieces have been inspired by nature, and this one in particular was about spirals, galaxies, and water elements. And my experimentation started with two domes or half spheres with a lot of natural elements. When creating my pieces and prototypes, I have worked different techniques and created spheres with a lot of materials until I found epoxy resin to be the best to work at it, and is what I'm doing now. I create the resin pieces by making longer items and then cutting them and contouring them to shapes, but also as well I used to make them in molds for the round and other objects that I want to add. Plus I use a heat source for the long pieces to bend them down and then cool them off to the shape that I desire. So for placing and gluing my items on the sphere, sometimes I do it in separate steps. I glue certain parts first and let them harden, so not everything is sliding up and down. I add little bits of glue on the back of the piece and also on the sides, so all the walls are attached to each other. That will help the piece to be stronger. One of the things that I enjoy doing a lot is collecting materials, like finding them and seeing them for their own beauty. So I collect them in different ways. I recycle, I stop in the road to get them from, trash day. Like this piece, for example, all of these shells came from estate sale. Somebody had collected them for years, and I do myself, but sometimes I find other things that are very interesting in that sense. So collecting from nature, recycling, and I had this probably for at least 3 years. So until I found a place where they are going to come, but the rest of the time is very challenging storing and trying to have some sense of organization with so many different things that I have. So my family probably will say, yeah, that I collect too many things, but I love doing that. This piece particularly I put together by creating different items that were like the two kind of like spirals, and then holding them together, letting them dry, and then adding, after the main structure is done and hard enough, add all of the other items as the different spheres that are on the sides, and then adding all of the linear elements that curve inside of the piece. The one thing that I would like people to perceive about my work, or that I would like that is the case, will be probably feeling some sort of positive energy, some sort of like internal good feeling, being inspired somehow, or something really good in the eyes of the viewer, something that they enjoy.